Okay, today is session day number two. So thing is, I was actually already 1 out of 2 points. So probably I should need to win because my opponent is kind of loaded, right? So uh, he opened with E4. I went for D6. D4 is like a standard brick defense, and F6 Bishop D3. Bishop D3 is kind of odd because nobody actually play Bishop D3. Either there should be a knight C3. Yeah, okay. Bishop d3 makes a simple defense, but I had some idea in this position that okay, my opponent have no idea about this opening. But the thing is, it's not like other opening. You can actually directly easily punish him. So, but you can actually guess that your opponent middle game skills might be kind of lower than you. That's what I'm basically saying. I have a g6, f3, c3. C3, I really had no idea what is actually trying to do. I really have no idea how is Ashoka going to improve the position. So, so after this game, actually, after 1 or 2 rounds, yeah, after this game, he was actually playing against a Sicilian defense, something like that. So, yeah, I think it should be round number, since this is actually round number three, so it should be round number five or something. So he went for this structure. So my guess is, since he should prepare some resistant defense, actually he's trying to convert into the something. So I think he's actually expecting c5 here, something like that. Castle c6, rook e1, queen c7. Queen c7 wasn't actually necessary, by the way. h3, e5, takes, bishop here, rook, queen here. So yeah. So clearly he has no idea what is actually trying to do. So before this one, firstly bishop d3. Okay, bishop d3. What I should basically expect was I expect queen d2 and then bishop h6 h6 line. So this is why actually I played rook d8 trying to pin this one. So after I mean, yeah. After bishop h6, bishop takes h6, queen takes h6. This bishop will be lonely, right? So that's my point actually initially. So in fact, queen e2, it doesn't make any sense. You should have gone for queen c2, at least. Just don't ask me why, but queen e2 actually looks kind of odd. I really don't understand what is this piece actually doing here. And knight h4, bishop c2. Bishop c2 clearly says that he has no idea what is actually trying to do. h6. Bishop b3, I took the bishop. Yeah, basically I took the bishop. So take now we come back to queen c2. Sorry, queen c2. f5. Actually, I expected a4 or something like that. Even a4 is kind of weak. Oh, white. Yeah, actually a4 is fine. But I expected a4 or yeah, a4, 92, something like that. But the game is actually dead solid. But I probably need to play 20 or 30 moves to get a slight edge from this opening. I mean, from the middle game, actually, not actually opening, middle game. So, and for a3. A3, okay. And for b6. Main plan is I want to move this knight. Like, what my plan is was a knight f8, knight e6, knight f5, something like this. And then I can reroute my queen here, queen to f6 and try go for a sack on h3, something like that. So the thing is, generally, I won't suggest people to plan like this. This is actually clearly like assumption, right? So the white doesn't do anything or something like that. But in this type of opening, both the pieces can't. I mean, both the pieces can't actually do much. So you can go for this like assumption like technique, but make sure you don't actually land in the middle of it. So in for rook a d1. Rook e8, I thought for a long time. I planned for rook f8, but my point, since he is the low rated, I want to keep as many pieces on the board. This is an inaccuracy. This definition is an inaccuracy. So in my deep thinking, I planned something and I did something. I should have just simply gone for c4 here. The idea behind C4 is, let's say he did some kind of dummy mode like Rook A1 or something like that. Let me show you in the board what I was actually planning is C4, let's say a dummy mode Rook here. I can go for knight F4. Okay. Uh, Wait a minute. Yeah, A4 first, knight E2, now knight F4. Uh, this is what I calculated. Takes, 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 or takes. So in both the scenario, I'll be winning the position. My pawn looks odd from here, but if you switch the board, this pawn is kind of terrifying for black. I mean for white. Uh, Moreover, you can attack my king side. That's not quite easy. So yeah. So this was my initial plan. For some reason, I played Rook 88. I still have no idea why I did it. Yeah, there was so many lines like F5 or something. I really don't remember why I did why I went for Rook 88. Even for KG2, this is a good move. C5, but now you still have knight F5, right? Yeah, this is scenario. Now I literally threw the game. This position is dead loss for black. Clearly, this position is dead loss for black. So what my initial plan was, what I actually thought was, even my thought process was bad. What I'm basically doing was basically uh, assuming everything. This is not even intuitive. This is the point I knew my game is actually completely gone. I need to think in a completely different way. So what I basically thought was, let's say he went for B3 or something like that. Takes, takes, knight C5, takes, takes. This is one thing which I assumed. Even this is kind of little weak for me because probably I need to go for rook e6 or rook b8 or something like that. So I I don't know. You can simply put an a4 and a4 queen b5 is kind of good. So there are so many things. Actually, this is actually zero. But if you look closely, my knight on h5, which will basically doing nothing. So question is how am I going to reroute this knight? So there are so many things which I need to think about. So the other thing which I calculated was, let's see, we did a dummy mode like this. Yeah, this is what I was basically calculating, but this is very bad for black. You can simply oh, yeah, something like this, some kind of nonsense. This is what I was basically calculating. Moreover, yeah. So moreover, what I was planning was if you go for B3, you can go for B5, something like that. So whatever I was calculating, it was really bad. Even for Queen A4 immediately. As I told you, right? This is pathetic calculation. So here my brain completely switched off. And for knight f6, queen takes, queen b here, queen b5. Here I should have gone for queen c6 immediately. The thing is, anyway, I'll be losing completely because my pieces are getting crumbled and crushed. And for look, I would have gone queen c6 if the things are actually looking quite complicated, but the things are too simple. Whatever he plays is actually completely winning. I can't do anything basically. So let's say after exchange of queens, right? So here knight, I was actually thinking of rook e6. So yeah. So basically, if you look at this position carefully, I don't have any plan from black. So I really don't want to go in this position. But after thinking for so now, what I was actually thinking is I was too sure that he's going for the b6 pawn. That was another idiotic assumption. Here I threw the entire game. I already threw the game. That's a different story. But here the game is completely lost because there was a fork. I resigned at this point. So yeah, the fun part is even if you go for bishop takes pawn, this is okay. No, sorry, knight takes pawn, knight takes. Bishop takes. Everything is actually completely winning. Sorry, actually, queen takes is better. Yeah, queen takes, and this position is also completely winning for white. The reason is the c pawn will be marching over the board in a short time. This pawn is quite weak, and if my knight moves somewhere, his rook will be joining the party. My rook can be in the d8, and my queen is not having a good square. So yeah, this is where I realized, okay, I need to change my entire planning. So what I should basically was, I was really upset up to the up to the c5 point. I feel good. I mean, it is kind of hard for black to play perfectly, but still. But I felt good. I can do something. I can improve the position, something like that. Maybe queen c6, queen b5, maybe queen b6, queen b5. Okay, first idea, right? So first queen c6. Uh, Queen b5. Okay, not queen b5. So rook e6 maybe. Here you're finding a4. A4 is also good. Yeah. Anyway, this position is kind of complicated. Even the position is kind of +1. The position is kind of complicated. I can go for rook f1, right? F4. Okay, yeah, Anyway, I can't play against engineered win, but according to the human player, if you're playing against a low rated, I can manage this. I can confuse my opponent. My opponent was actually 30 minutes, 30 or 20 minutes down from me, so he'll be going to time pressure soon. I should win this probably in 10 or 15 moves. So after this blunder, this is completely lost. So I was little frustrated. So what I was planning, okay. Now for each and every move, we are actually going to think we are not going for intuition because I'm not actually playing any type of intuition as I used to do. I was actually literally going for assumption like playing against a new player, right? So you can't go for assumption and thinking all of the moves are right. So the fourth game, my opponent was 1406. The fun part was my opponent didn't come, so I got a walk over here. So, and I was really upset because I was actually losing probably 16 points. I want to win this game really badly, and I want to reduce my minus 16 to minus 12 or minus 7, something like that. So, what basically happened was for the first 4 rounds, I have 2 points in which the 2 rounds won by walkover only. So, since I'm in this scenario for round 6 was day 3, this is the day 2. For first 2 days, I didn't even win a single match by playing, so I really don't have any confidence before playing day 3 because yeah, the games are not going their way. The thinking process is really too bad. First 4 rounds over, which means half of the tournament is over, and I'm still not certain in this tournament. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow for the day 3 recap.